What is up, everybody? It's Semper Verus here today, and I'm going to be bringing you a guide on how to do the Wintersday jumping puzzle. A lot of you have complained about this one. It's a very difficult one to learn at first, but once you get it, it's pretty easy. It's designed to be repeated multiple times, so let's take a look. First things first is over here on the west side of Divinity's Reach. I don't know if you can see on the mini-map, but over here, come here, down here. Pretty simple. Now this gate here is a bit of stress for some people on its own because there's a limited number of slots in the jump puzzle and you will get booted if they're all full, so the best strategy is just to keep hitting that gate until you get in. And we got in on the first try. Look at that. Now pay attention here to the video. This will show you the entire jump puzzle. You have snowflakes to begin. That's the biggest struggle for a lot of people. Getting to that bonfire, then the exploding presents, rolling snowballs, and finally into the present at the end. Pretty straightforward. Not a huge amount to it, but there are a few key choke points that a lot of people struggle with. First things first, let's get that back up and get that back going. And I have on screen here for you a keyboard display, and it's going to show which keys I'm pressing, which should help if you're wondering what kind of timing you should have on things. One thing I recommend doing is going into your settings and binding your back button on your mouse, I should say mouse 4 or something like that, or back, to jump as well. The reason being is because it gives you two options for jumping in case your fingers slip on one or what have you. The button presses faster and releases faster, which helps on the exploding presents section. And the other thing that you want to make note of is not to use the A and the D keys to turn, but instead to move left and right while holding the right mouse button. And you want to use your mouse to aim on this part to get through. The reason for that is because turning... Look at how fast I can turn that way, and then look at how fast I can turn this way. It's much quicker. And on these snowflakes, if you don't turn fast enough, you die. You fall off. So let's do a run. Now, you can see they fall behind me. They crumble. And you want to stay ahead of that. But you also want to make sure that your jumps are careful. Otherwise, you could accidentally slip and fall. Then there's these candy canes, which take a little bit of practice. As you can see there, that was on purpose. But let's do it again. So perseverance is key. Don't give up. Practice. You're going to die 100 times or so. Maybe not that, depending on your skill level, but quite a bit before you get to the end of it. And it's going to take practice. But notice the speeds that I'm turning at, my timing on my jumps, and how close we are to the front of the line here. And sometimes it helps to wait a little bit, but how close you are to the front of the snowflake line is a good measurement for how well you're doing on this part. Because you want to watch your health. Your health drains, and if your health runs out, then you die, and, well, that's just no fun. But we're at the center checkpoint now. Not really a checkpoint. You won't come back here when you die. You'll start over at the beginning, but it's not terribly hard to get to once you have it down. Those snowflakes can be a real struggle at first, but it's one of those things that once it clicks, it's done. You're good to go. So if you watch this gentleman here, you'll see, or woman, I can't tell which, but you see that they jumped right at about the edge. And one thing that's really handy here is the fact that the peppermint slopes down at the beginning. Your character will drop a little bit before you will actually fall, and if you catch it at like the 1/10 of a second as it's dropping, like watch your head and watch you drop, you'll be able to get to that red present. Now you see these blue boxes here? Those are not something that you will normally see because most people are going to be jumping for the red ones. So it's best to practice for that. And the reason why they do that is because last year, those blue boxes were a trap due to a bug. So you see there, and I jump, 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 and I jump. So that one is all about rapid timing. Now there's this guy blows wind. It'll knock you through. Make sure you dodge roll through that. Jump down. Careful on this. As soon as that snowball passes, go through, but wait for it. Don't go if it's coming too soon, and then do the same thing here. Watch out for those red circles, the AoEs. They will, or not AoEs, they are a strike, but they will knock you off. They will hit you. So will the snowballs. Be careful, run around. And this is the part right here that frustrates people the absolute most. These presents look daunting, but just use your mouse aim up the candy cane straight, jump the puzzles, or the presents, not the puzzles. This is a jump puzzle. But you jump up the presents on that timing that you saw there, and you should be good to go. And that's it. That's the jump puzzle. There's not a whole lot to it. It's perseverance, practice, timing, and kind of knowing what to do off the bat. Helps a little bit. But yeah, so I hope that helped you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you need any extra help, leave a comment down below. And I'll see you next time.